had to like rig up this crazy setup because my other camera decided to die and I can't find the charger. So hopefully you can see me. I won't know until I edit this. But I am doing a homeschool collab video on the best state to homeschool in. And Pepper and Pine is the one that started this playlist, and I will link the playlist in the description box below. So I guess let's jump in. I got my notes here ready to go. So the best state to homeschool in is Oklahoma, of course. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, is homeschooling in Oklahoma. When we first started our homeschool journey, we lived in Texas, and they have different stipulations than they do here in Oklahoma. I believe that Oklahoma is literally the best state to homeschool in. And I have literally a whole list of why. Okay, so to begin with, Oklahoma has no laws governing homeschooling at all. And Oklahoma is also the only state that guarantees the right to homeschool, meaning that it is in our state constitution is to homeschool. So Oklahoma's constitution has homeschooling in there. It's written in. It's for sure. Homeschooling is huge here. Also in the state of Oklahoma, you don't have to register as a homeschooler. You also don't have to contact or seek approval to homeschool. You just homeschool, really. Of course, if your kids do start out in a public school, you do have to properly withdraw them with a letter saying you're going to homeschool. But other than that, that's all you have to do personally to homeschool. And that's only if you have started your kids in public school and then decide to homeschool. But if you just want to homeschool from the beginning and go, then you ain't got to do nothing. And another reason why I like homeschooling in Oklahoma is you're not required to do any of the state mandated testing. You're not required to anybody come and visit you in your homeschooling area. You don't have to keep records. I keep records of what we do during our homeschool just for personal reference, but you do not have to do that for the state of Oklahoma. And Oklahoma does have a few options. We have, of course, public schools. We have private schools. We also have charter schools. Some you have to pay for, I believe, and then some they actually give you a learning fund, so you can pay for curriculum, and some of them even offer money for extracurricular activities, so like a sport, ballet, music classes, things like that. I reached out to my local and favorite homeschool group and asked for pros and cons from other homeschool moms to add in here as well. And my pros list: homeschooling is our right in the state of Oklahoma. So like I pointed out in the beginning, it is in our constitution that we are able to homeschool in the state of Oklahoma. Also, Oklahoma does not lack in resources for homeschooling. We have co-ops, we have museums, loads of museums. We have aquariums, the zoo, plenty of learning resources, libraries in every city. Some have a few libraries, and these facilities are so open to homeschooling. Like recently, we went to the Jasmine Morin Children's Museum out in Seminole, and they let us do a homeschool field trip. Our local aquarium also has homeschool days every month. It's very, very popular to homeschool in Oklahoma, and a lot of the places are very open to having like homeschool days. And we also have a beautiful botanical garden that offers awesome classes. Like they have a gardening classes for kids. They have a cooking class for kids. They have like releasing butterflies and all these fun activities that we can do as homeschool families. And again, a lot of these places are either they already have homeschool programs or opportunities, or they're starting to incorporate homeschooling capabilities, like having, like the aquarium is starting to do homeschool days, so you can go on a certain day for homeschoolers. Some of the cons. Oklahoma is, of course, in the Bible Belt, so a lot of the co-ops and homeschool opportunities are religious based. Not all of them. You can find some that are more secular, which the homeschool group that I found locally is a secular group. So we have everybody from all walks of life, all religions, that we can just come together and do field trips with in classes and get-togethers like that. And so that's one thing that some of the local homeschool moms said that was a pro, or it was a con, because we are, of course, in a religious state. We are also trying to work on that. Like I said, so far we only have a few groups that are more secular driven, but we're hoping to get more secular groups going so we have more options out there. And then, oh, this is a big one. Not being able to play sports on a public school team. I know there are some states out there that allow, some public schools allow you to, or allow your student, homeschooled student, to play on a sports team through the public school district. So, like the local high school team, if you have a high schooler, some states allow you to let your child play a football, for example, that's the sport I'll use, with a public school. But Oklahoma has not allowed that yet. Hopefully in the near future we will have that option, but right now we do not have the option to play a sport with public schools. But you can play with like travel teams or something like that. This is a con as well. Some of the more rural areas don't have as many homeschool resources, which really stinks. But a majority of the homeschool resources, of course, are in big populations. Like a lot of our museums and stuff are in Oklahoma City. And for the people that are out near Tulsa area, they would have to drive all the way into Oklahoma City to view these things. Also, there's not a lot of groups in the rural areas because, of course, the big cities is where most of our homeschool attractions are, or museum attractions are. So that's the only thing that really stinks about living in a smaller area in Oklahoma. I do believe that Oklahoma is one of the best places to homeschool in. I have absolutely loved homeschooling here in Oklahoma. It's been a lot easier on me, and I have found an awesome group that has events all the time for us to go and do field trips and get-togethers. We have game nights. We have plenty of activities for the kids to just get together and make friends. And it's just, Oklahoma is a wonderful place that I'm very excited to be living. So I hope this helps, and I hope that you get a good understanding of Oklahoma. And if you're looking for another state, I'll leave the link below for the website where you can see the rules or the laws for homeschooling, and you can just search your state and it'll give you all of the rules and laws for homeschooling in whatever state you're looking at homeschooling in. I'll also leave the links to Oklahoma laws, so you can check those out too if I missed anything. I hope that you enjoy this video, and I'll make sure will link the playlist in my video as well, and check out the other videos for the other states that will be in this collaboration as well. And thank you to Pepper and Pine for hosting this collaboration. I'm excited that I got to actually participate in this, and yeah, hopefully, if you want to move to Oklahoma, let me know. And if you have, if you do live in Oklahoma and have been to some of the museums or um, know of any awesome homeschool activities or places, please comment below and let me know about them, because we are still broadening our horizon and trying to visit all that Oklahoma has to offer. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this homeschool. Best state to homeschool in, which is Oklahoma.